Keeper Unai Simon has not conceded for a World Cup record of 519 minutes. Teenager Lamine Yamal's star is shining bright, as is Mikel Oyarzabal, who's currently among the Golden Boot contenders with 4 to his name so far. Let's have a look at how the tournament bracket is taking shape then. 2 of the 4 quarterfinals are already confirmed. Fanny, and I think probably you at home, like us in here, having been up till the very, very early hours of this morning, we're hoping for something in that second half that might have just sprung your energy levels to life, because it was one really for the purists to sit through, wasn't it? It wasn't the most scintillating half, Wayne, but Spain got the job done. No,
it wasn't. And after last night, I've been doing everything I can to keep myself going. To be honest, and the game didn't really help. No, it went a great game. I think you've got 2 teams with very tactical players. I think the right team won. I think Spain were the better team. But yeah, it went a classic, but that won't bother Spain. They're through to the quarter-finals, and they look forward, and unfortunately for Portugal, it's the end of the road.
Cesar, congratulations.
Thank you.
Spain go marching on. What did you learn today from Spain, do you think, in this tournament? We said pre-match that they were moving through the gears. Did they kind of get a bit clunky today?
I don't think they speed up, and they did better than the last game against Austria, but they got the job done. They were facing a very good team in Portugal. They compete. Maybe they were not as clinical as they were before with the ball, so they were losing some dangerous balls in their own half. But the last action is top quality and a great finish.
And the camera, of course, inevitably keeps panning to Cristiano Ronaldo, Ellen, because this is almost certainly his last major tournament for Portugal. Potentially his last match in a Portugal shirt.
Yeah, and you've got to feel the emotion for him, and you know what he has achieved and what he's done for Portugal. You know, could he be back in another 4 years at 45? You never know, but I think it is potentially his last one. You can see probably the emotion and the disappointment in his face, but they just didn't do enough on the evening in the game. He didn't get enough opportunities. Maybe questions of whether Ramos should have maybe come on, made a huge difference in the previous game, scored the winner. But credit to Spain, beautiful ball by Torres and Marino. 11 goals in 26 World Cup appearances, the only male player to score in 6 World Cups. Wayne.
Yeah, no, listen, he's absolute genius, superstar. What he's given to football, and of course he's still playing out in Saudi, but at this level, what he's given to millions of people is something very rare, and something you won't see very often. And yeah, he'll be very disappointed, because he will believe he could go into this World Cup with Portugal and win it. As I said earlier, unfortunately, time gets us all, and yeah, I wouldn't put him past him playing a game for Portugal, because he's got that mentality. But yeah, no, it's.
Well, I guess Portugal will have a new boss coming in. We don't know who that is yet. Roberto Martinez has said he's moving on at the end of this tournament. This is the end of his tournament. He might have some regrets.
Yeah, I think he will. I think, I said it before the game, I think Portugal actually played OK today. They contained Spain. I think they were lacking a bit of energy and movement up front. And I think for Portugal now, it's a chance for them to maybe blossom beyond the Ronaldo years, and because they have got some really good players, some good young players, some good senior players as well in there. So yeah, I think they'll see it as a new start.
Yeah, and Cesar, you can see the emotion there on his face, and this is the Iberian derby. There will be no time for emotion for him from those Spain players tonight, though.
Yes, Spain players, they are really happy to win in the last minute of the game. Yeah, it's true that it's never easy to get knocked out in a World Cup game, in the situation that Ronaldo is at the moment. Yeah, I believe that for a player like him and the ambition he has, he must be disappointed, because we all know how his ambition and his determination to do a better tournament with his country.
Have we seen in Spain, do you think, a team who can challenge the best in this tournament?
I think potentially. They have unbelievable players. We've seen them grow and get better each game. Probably not at the highest quality of this game in particular, but you've got to get over the line. it's about winning, it's about scoring goals at the end of the day. And for them, they're in the quarter-final. And I think when it all comes together, that fluid
wrist injury. He was climbing over the hoardings during these post-match celebrations and then left the field on a stretcher and was receiving oxygen. These were the pictures we saw in the early hours of this morning, which you can see by the reaction of his teammates there was something serious going on here, and didn't travel back to Kansas City with the rest of the team because he's got to have this operation. We wish him a very, very speedy recovery, and obviously a player who has kind of taken this role within this squad, hasn't he, Wayne? That, you know, almost going there knowing he was never going to be a big part on the pitch, but really important to this group as a whole.
Yeah, he has, and I was thinking about this before when he got picked for the squad, and he's such